Springbok fullback Aphelele Fassi was adamant that he would continue giving everything he can on the field to maintain his place in the Springbok squad after seeing very little action for the national team in the 3 years since he made his Test debut in 2021. Fassi made his Bok debut against Georgia in 2021, played against Argentina later that year, and earned his third cap against Wales a year later in July 2022. The fleet-footed Fassi had to wait almost 2 years for his fourth cap though. Since then, he has played his way back into the Bok mix this year, and he made several starts at fullback in 2024. Fassi has been a star performer for the Boks season, making his presence felt in the number 15 jersey. He has been competing with Bok veteran Le Roux, who is only 2 tests away from joining the exclusive club of Springbok Centurions. And given his exciting attack and knack for scoring tries, he relishes every moment of being part of the squad. The talented back, who has earned his double figures Test caps for South Africa, had a memorable season with the Boks, winning the Castle Lager Rugby Championship title for the first time since 2019 to add to the Freedom Cup and Nelson Mandela Challenge Plate trophies, and is now on the verge of possibly being part of the first Springbok team to win all their Castle Lager outgoing tour test matches since 2013.
I would say it's been unbelievable. I think, like when you come from a setback and you always want to come back, it's never easy. You have to follow your own processes and not change what you normally do. So to get I won't say recognition, but to get the opportunity to come back to a setup like this is unbelievable for me, and what I've always wanted to do is probably grab it with both hands and never lose it again, because I know that feeling of losing it again, But yeah, saying that, it's just been unbelievable to work with the amount of coaches that we have here, the players, the experienced players, and also the youthful players that have been at the World Cup, and you learn a lot from them. Yeah.
And can you describe your relationship with Willie le Roux? You were on opposite ends of your career. How has that been working with Willie in those last few months?
Yeah, it's been great. I think there was 2 games where we played. I think we played in Joburg, the All Blacks, and in Bombela, and he was on the side of the field, shouting and commanding what he sees, and letting me know what's happening on the field. And yeah, I think that's one thing Coach Rashi always puts on us, is that everyone has a job to do if you're in the 23 or outside the 23, and I think that relationship with me and him has been good, and obviously we understand the plans that the Springboks are trying to build in the near future.
How have you, Fassi, obviously you know the balance between what you bring and the X Factor stuff and then the basics of Test match rugby. How have you found that, being able to operate in a space where you're ticking your boxes, but also having the freedom to kind of express yourself? Is it a challenge sometimes to rein yourself in?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a challenge. I think Tony has given us the freedom to be able to attack space when we see space and when we see opportunities. And then I think with Coach Stick, it's just being able to have a balance into your game when you've lost momentum and when you have momentum. So I think it's just being able to read what's happening in the game at a certain stage of the game and where you are on the field. So, I think that's how I operate, always trying to put my forwards onto the front foot, So I think it's just being able to have a balance with your kicking game and attack.
There will always be intense competition for a spot on the Springbok squad, especially with talented players like Damien pushing hard for his position. However, we believe that Fassi has a promising future as the holder of the green and gold's number 15 jersey. What are your thoughts? Who will you play at fullback? Global sports news around the world. Be a sport and please subscribe.